Hey guys, so in this video I just wanted to give you some ideas on why we feel bad, why we feel sad. And I wanted to say that, most of my friends and the people who meet me, they think I'm pretty happy all the time. I'm a generally happy and enthusiastic person, but I also experience a lot of bad times, a lot of times when I'm feeling sad and down. So I just wanted to share some ideas that have really helped me out, and I hope you can get something out of them too. The first thing I wanted to share, which is really, really important, is this idea of emotions moving in cycles. And what I mean by that is that we don't really know it, but there's this internal cycle going on within all of us, kind of like how it changes from night to day. And Og Mandino wrote about this, and what he says in his books are that today's joy will turn into tomorrow's sadness, and then that sadness will turn into the next day's joy. So there's this constant cycle going on, and most people don't know this. They don't expect it. So when the dark times come, it seemingly comes out of nowhere, and they don't know how to handle it. But what you have to remember is that darkness will turn into the light. It'll continue to go around in this circle. And in his writings, what he's saying is that that's just part of being human. Some days you're going to feel good, some days you're going to feel bad, and that's just part of being a human being. And really, if you think about it, if you're happy all the time, then you wouldn't really appreciate all the good things in your life. You have to have some bad times in order to appreciate the good things in your life. So that's the first one. And as well, studies have showed this, the people who are actually the happiest, they allow themselves to experience all their emotions. They don't just want the happy ones, they're allowed to experience everything, good and bad. So that's number one. Emotions move in cycles. Second thing, which is a really cool idea, my friend actually helped me, he came up with this, is this little story of the dragon. And imagine that your mental health and your development is like this little village that you've been building. And maybe you've been doing exercise, maybe you've been seeing a therapist, maybe you've just been meeting new people and working on yourself. And you've built up this little village. The village is expanding and growing and it's prospering. And then all of a sudden, this dragon comes to the village. You get a panic attack. You feel depressed. You lose a job. You lose a loved one. Someone's sick. This dragon comes and fucks everything up. It destroys all the houses you built, all the progress that you've made, everything you've been working on is completely destroyed. And you feel like, well, what was it all for? I made all this progress, and now everything I've done has been completely destroyed by this dragon. And the important thing to remember, actually three things if you take this analogy in, is one, if we know that's going to happen, we can prepare for it. We can prepare for the dragon. The second thing that we can do, or the first thing we can do, is expect that that's going to happen. So if we expect it, we can prepare, and then we can minimize the damage. Because if you know that that's going to happen, there are these dragons that are going to come and destroy all your stuff. If you expect them, you can prepare. And if you can prepare, you can minimize the amount of damage they do. So what does this actually look like in real life? Well, for me, I know that if I don't meditate regularly, if I don't see my family, if I don't see my friends, and if I don't eat clean, the dragon gets the better of me. And there's a lot of damage when it comes. So what you want to do is think, well, if I know this dragon is going to come and destroy all my stuff, what can I do to protect myself? And it's going to be different for every person. It might be that you need to sleep better. If you don't have sleep, that dragon's going to come and destroy everything. If you don't see your friends regularly, that dragon's going to come destroy you. If you don't have conversations and let it out and explain how you're feeling to people, then maybe that dragon's going to come and destroy it. So that's it. Those are two ideas that have really helped me. First one is that emotions are moving in cycles. The joy turns into sorrow, the sorrow turns into joy, and that's just part of human experience. The second thing is to think of it like this dragon. Expect there's a dragon going to come, prepare for it as best you can, and try and minimize the damage. Because I don't think you're ever going to get to the point where if something bad happens, there's no damage. There's always going to be some, but try and minimize it as much as you can. And just don't beat yourself up if you're feeling bad or negative. It's just part of human experience. That's it for me. This is James from Mind Unlimited. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.